This week on Berkshire News Now, we party with residents at the 5th Annual Cheshire Block Party. Then, BNN reporter Mei Craig heads to Ramunto's for Trivia Night. And we pay tribute to legendary MCLA Coach Joseph Zavattaro. That's coming up next on Berkshire News Now. Hello and welcome to the August 6th episode of Berkshire News Now. I'm Julia Teixeira. The Adams Suffrage Centennial Celebration Committee is considering a few changes to the Young Susan statue design that was created by sculptor Brian Hanlon. The statue of young Susan B. Anthony is being created to mark Anthony's 200th birthday, as well as the 100th anniversary of the passing of the 19th Amendment. The town of Adams is also raising money as it prepares for both of those celebrations to come in 2020. At the NORAD Mill, head to Bell Tower Records for Summer Jam 2 on August 10th from noon to 8 p.m. This day-long music festival features performance from Sunburned Hand of the Man, Starbirth, Village of Spaces, and many more. Tickets for this event are $12. For more information on how to purchase tickets, visit the Bell Tower Records Facebook page at facebook.com/belltowerrec. Speaking of the NORAD Mill, from Monday through Friday, from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., come to the brand new NORAD Mill Cafe. With freshly made deli sandwiches, the cafe also features a build-your-own grilled cheese menu and fresh baked breads from the Pittsfield Rye Bakery, and other treats at affordable prices. In Cheshire, the town celebrated its 5th annual block party, and we had the chance to take in all of the sights and sounds.
In Cheshire, the town celebrated its 5th annual block party. With musical performances, vendors, and fun for the whole family, the downtown area was packed as residents came out for what has become a yearly tradition for the town.
The weather is definitely gorgeous today, and that makes the whole thing. You know, the weather is great, the people are great, everybody's out. I mean, there's more people out at the block party than we have for voting, so it's actually really, really good.
Stuff for kids, so we have a bunch of bird houses and lighthouses and jewelry boxes for kids to paint, and they can make it different crafts and things, and just come in and do it and have some fun, and then they can get a prize.
Coming down here the last 2 or 3 years, and obviously I always enjoy these community events. And my many years in North Adams as the mayor, we started one way back in 1996, I believe, and a downtown celebration. And of course, Adams had one for years, and now to see Cheshire doing one, I think it's fantastic.
Aaron Paris of the Cheshire Fire Department talks about how the department sponsored a raffle at the block party.
I'm the treasurer, so we come here to raise money for our fire department, and then we draw 50-50 at Cruise Night, which is another function here in Cheshire. So we help plan it, and we're here supporting Cheshire.
The folks who run this event are really good at outreach and making sure all the organizations in town know about it, know what to expect, and really are, want people to participate. So they got a hold of us 3 or 4 years ago at the first one, and we've been here ever since.
Residents, including State Representative John Barrett, expressed their excitement for next year's event.
Keeps getting bigger, as more and more people understand what it's all about. Now, the first couple of times around, you don't know what to expect, but it seems to be getting better. But most importantly, I see a lot of enthusiasm in the community. The people have a lot of smiles on their face, which means there's a lot of pride in this community of Cheshire, Massachusetts.
I like to see all of the residents from Cheshire come together and just chit-chat, the camaraderie, learn new things. Local businesses are here. It's just a fun event to see everybody here in Cheshire.
And for Berkshire News Now, I'm Julia Teixeira.
Come celebrate the city of North Adams at the 23rd Annual Downtown Celebration on August 14th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. The celebration will include live music, food, games, balloons, magicians, face painting, and dancing performances for the whole family. The event is free to the public. In Williamstown, the Mount Greylock Regional School Committee got an earful from people on July 30th arguing for and against the installation of an artificial turf athletic field at the middle and high school. One argument in favor of the new turf field is that the current field has been unreliable at times, resulting in home games being moved to the MCLA Athletic Complex. Critics of the plan argued that the artificial field would contain toxins that would have an impact on child development, and that maintenance and disposable costs of the filler used in the field would not be any cheaper than natural turf that is properly maintained. No decision has been made on the field, as this meeting was meant to gather opinions on the matter. Calling all Star Wars fans, head down to the North Adams Public Library on August 11th, dressed as your favorite Star Wars character for the Star Wars Symposium. From 2 to 3:30 p.m., come test your knowledge in Star Wars trivia and explore Traveling Star Wars Museum. The new Williams Inn will be having its grand opening on August 15th. The proposal for the new Williams Inn was commissioned back in January of 2013. The construction for the inn was fully financed and managed by Williams College for the cost of $35.6 million. The design of the inn was inspired by the architecture of local area farmhouses around the Berkshires. The inn will feature 64 guest bedrooms, about half of its original 133. And there will also be a full-service restaurant and scenic views of Spring Street and the Williams College campus. On August 17th at 8 p.m., Jupiter and OK West will be performing at Mass Mocha. The group mixes Congolese rhythms with Western rock and pop styles. Tickets are $18 for students, $28 for the day of, and $44 for preferred seating. For more information, visit massmocha.org/event/Jupiter-OK West. For this week's edition of Weary Entertainment News, Robert Weary breaks down a few upcoming events to help you get through the dog days of summer.
Thanks, Julia. Welcome to this week's edition of Weary Entertainment News. August may be labeled the dog days of summer, but there are plenty of entertainment events happening in Berkshire County, including concerts, plays, and downtown celebrations. The days may be slow, but the events are numerous. Let's start with a concert occurring at Tanglewood. Famed cellist Yo-Yo Ma is a regular performer at Tanglewood, located in Lenox, Massachusetts, and he will be making his annual stop over the weekend. This particular concert is part of Yo-Yo Ma's 2-year global initiative called the Bach Project. In these concerts, Yo-Yo Ma performs his style of classical music, but also asks the audience to consider current issues in today's society, such as racial issues and gender inequality. If you are a classical music lover, this is one event you won't want to miss. Yo-Yo Ma's concert will be taking place at the Tanglewood Music Shed on Sunday, August 11th. The concert is scheduled to start at 7:30 p.m. Ticket prices vary and sell fast. To reserve your tickets ahead of time, visit www.musiccenterlenox.org. Next, the Williamstown Theater Festival is wrapping up its summer schedule. One of the last shows this year is a new translation of the Henrik Ibsen classic play, Ghosts. This story deals with how far a mother would go to protect her family, even in the most dire of circumstances. Even though this play was originally written in 1881, this new translation should make it relatable for audiences today. Ghosts stars Oscar and Golden Globe nominee Uma Thurman, Catherine Combs, Bernard White, and Tom Peckinpah, and is directed by Carrie Peroff. Ghost opened on July 31st and runs until Sunday, August 18th. There will be 2 opportunities for cast talks, August 6th and August 13th, both on Tuesdays. Times and ticket prices vary. Visit WTFestival.org for all information about the Williamstown Theater Festival schedule. The 23rd annual North Adams Downtown Celebration is quickly approaching. 2019 marks the 23rd edition of one of North Adams' biggest summer celebrations. It is part community expo, part festival, filled with activities for kids, food vendors, musicians, magicians, and more. Businesses have been hard at work preparing for the biggest event of the summer. This is going to be one of North Adams' most popular events, so don't miss it. The downtown celebration will be taking place on Wednesday, August 14th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. The rain date will be the following day. Please note that parking will be banned downtown during those hours. Admission to this event will be free to the public. Finally, if it's a rainy day in Berkshire County, why not go see a movie? Major movie debuting this week is The Kitchen. This movie, based on a graphic novel, tells the story of 3 women, all who have husbands that work in the mafia. After all of their husbands go to jail, the wives must take over the business. Even though this movie stars comedic actresses such as Melissa McCarthy, Tiffany Haddish, and Elizabeth Moss, this movie is more action and drama, with touches of comedy here and there. The Kitchen is directed by Andrea Berloff. The Kitchen is rated R for heavy violence, language, and some sexual content. Visit Fandango.com for ticket prices and movie times in Berkshire County. There are many other arts and entertainment events happening around Berkshire County that I could not get to. If you would like any more information about events happening in the county, you can visit the website http://justtheberkshires.org for everything Berkshire County related. That ends this week's edition of Weary Entertainment News. I'll be back next week for the finale of Berkshire News Now to discuss the many concerts, plays, art exhibits, movies, and more going on in North Adams and surrounding towns. Back over to you, Julia.
On July 24th, it was announced that legendary MCLA coach and athletic director Joseph Zavattaro passed away at the age of 86. Zavattaro had a record of 497 wins to 314 losses during his head coaching career in baseball that spanned from 1964 to 1995. He is a member of the New England Baseball Hall of Fame and the 2019 MASCAC Hall of Fame. Zavattaro always had a love for sports, as the Berkshire native had standout playing careers in both baseball and basketball. MCLA Assistant Athletic Director Jeff Polari talked about Joe Zavattaro's playing career.
Joe was just a tremendous athlete, grew up in the Berkshires, born and raised in Pittsfield, graduated Pittsfield High School, three-sport standout, phenomenal basketball, baseball player, signed professionally with Pittsburgh Pirates, got up to the AAA level there, and then came back to school here, got into coaching, and just really quickly became a legend as an administrator, a legend as a coach. Countless number of players just adored everything that he did. He was a father figure to so many, just really impacting their everyday lives.
Coach Zavattaro was a mentor to many, both on and off the field, including Polari, who talked about his relationship with Zavattaro.
I met Coach when I got the job here back in 1999. It was really the first time I truly met him. I knew who he was. He just immediately, was a mentor for me. He immediately became an assistant coach. He volunteered, and baseball was his life. I mean, I thought I was passionate about the game. He took that to a whole new level. Our players loved having him around. Many of those same alums that I was just speaking about earlier are the same ones that are reaching out, who never played for him as a head coach but had him as a volunteer. Man, there's just so many stories. Everybody's got Joe Zavattaro stories to tell. Probably one of his greatest gifts, he was a phenomenal storyteller. Very funny, a guy that just had stories from everywhere. One of my first years in coaching, I can recall just him in the dugout. I was out coaching third base, and the umpire was asking me who the guy in the back of the dugout was, and sure enough, it was Zav, and he was barking at the umpire a little bit about balls and strikes. Just a guy that really truly understood the game. A lot of people don't know he was the national rules chair, so he knew the game inside and out probably better than most of the umpires did. But it was just a joy to have him in the dugout year in and year out.
Following his coaching career, Joe became MCLA Athletic Director. During his time in that position, he helped to create the foundation of MCLA athletics by finalizing the plans of what is known today as the Zavattaro Athletic Complex. His legacy is not only cemented by the name of MCLA Athletics Complex, but also in the hearts and minds of everyone who knew him.
I think a lot of people take that for granted. He's been out of North Adams now for the better part of 20 years. But ever since his passing, the outpouring of support, the social media posts, the emails from alums, the phone conversations, kind of brings us all back to how big of an impact he had. You can't really put into words how his alums and players felt playing for him. Many of them still talk to him to this day. Just got a text message from an alum last night who called him every Wednesday. It's just a really tough day to hear all that stuff because of how big his legacy was.
On Saturday, August 10th, the Cheshire Fire Department will be hosting its annual Cruise Night fireworks from 4 to 10 p.m. at the grounds of Cheshire Elementary School. There will be raffles, food, and live music to enjoy. The Berkshire Night Cruisers will also be displaying their vintage cars. For more information, please go to the website down below. Shakespeare in the Park is back from Thursdays to Sundays starting on August 15th through August 25th. Check out their performance of Much Ado About Nothing. Starting at 8 p.m. in the Pittsfield Commons, come check out Shakespeare's romantic comedy of dueling lovers and dangerous rumors. The event is free to the public. Need something relaxing to do? On Saturdays and Sundays, enjoy a memorable ride on the summer trains. At the Adams Visitor Center, board the train and from there partake in a 1-hour ride through the scenic Berkshires. Tickets are $14 for adults, $12 for seniors, and $10 for children ages 4 to 14. For more information, visit local.aarp.org/event. In Cheshire, the Hutchinson Water Company has been hit with a state violation for failing to address high levels of copper in its water system. The private water company supplies drinking water to more than 100 households in the area. The water system was established more than 50 years ago to supply water to Hutchinson Acres. In an effort to correct the issue, owner Matthew Hutchinson will continue to collect samples and provide customers with updates every 3 months. This past Wednesday, Ramunto's hosted Trivia Night, and BNN's Mei Craig had the chance to check it out.
Ramunto's hosted its weekly Trivia Night. Every Wednesday night, different teams go head-to-head answering questions. Trivia host Jerome Sokoloff talks about how he assumed the regular position since 2018.
About a year ago, my wife and I were told about Trivia Night here by some friends, and so we actually came and started as participants for the first 3 or 4 months. And at that point, we showed up one week and were told that they were without a host. And I said, well, okay, I've played trivia before, I've played trivia here, I'll try hosting it. And probably against my better judgment, but I gave them my name and number, they were in touch with me, and the next week I showed up with a set of questions, and I've been hosting ever since.
Sokoloff shares his favorite part of Trivia Night.
About hosting trivia so far has been we get a lot of the same teams every week, usually 4 or 5 regular teams pretty much every week. So you get to know the regulars, you get to know the teams, and get to develop a good rapport with the people who are playing and who are here week in and week out. It's wonderful.
Patrons expressed their excitement about Trivia Night.
We heard about it kind of through the grapevine, and then we decided to check it out very last minute.
The questions are pretty interesting because they're not normal questions. So it's like things that you didn't even know that you know, but you know it.
It's a good time, and I come to win. I want the gift certificates.
Like a nice competitive type of thing. All of us are kind of yelling at each other, trying to figure out the answers, so that was kind of fun.
With plenty of games, prizes, food, and smiles to go around, come to Ramunto's every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. From Berkshire News Now, I'm Mei Craig.
In Cheshire, there will be a special town election taking place from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Make sure to head down to the polls and let your voices be heard. On August 25th, head down to downtown North Adams for Motorama. Stop by and look at the cars, trucks, motorcycles, and tractors around Main Street from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Attendees can also enjoy musical performances by Live Wire at Whiskey City, 50/50 raffles, and food. The event is free, and for more information, go to www.northadamsmotorama.com. The search for a new superintendent for the Cheshire Adams District has been narrowed down to 3. The Superintendent Search Committee has greenlighted Berkshire County residents Martin McAvoy, Beth Choquette, and Aaron Dean for finalist interviews. This comes after Superintendent John Vosberg announced his resignation earlier in the summer after just 1 year on the job. Every Tuesday and Friday from 3 to 4 p.m., come learn more about some of the art that is on display at the Williams College Museum of Art. At the Summer Space location on Spring Street, these bite-sized talks include a collection of themes including history plus tension and the voice of blackness in Artist Agency. For more information, visit wcma.williams.edu. On August 31st, Flying Lotus will be performing at Mass Mocha. As part of a limited tour, the experimental hip-hop and electronic artist plans to hold a dance party to end the summer. Tickets are $35 in advance, $45 the week of, and $61 for preferred seating. For more information, call Mass MoCA at 413-662-2111. Our planned interview with North Adams mayoral candidate Rachel Branch will not take place on today's show, as we had mentioned in the last BNN episode. However, she said she will be in touch about rescheduling, so we may have that for you on the August 19th episode. And that's all for this week. Make sure to like our official Facebook page at facebook.com/Berkshire News Now for all things BNN. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on August 19th for our last episode.